All right. Well, Fox has confirmed this morning the assault on the U.S. consulate in Libya was labeled a terrorist attack within 24 hours. So why did the administration continue to characterize it as something else is the big emerging question here. This, as we get through criticism from the campaign trail from vice presidential nominee Paul Ryan.
I think right now you can turn on the TV and you can look at how the Obama foreign policy is blowing up in our faces. Look around the world. It looks like Tehran in 1979, but in about a dozen capitals around the world. They're burning our flags at our embassies. They're climbing our walls at our embassies. They're taking down our flags and putting up the flags of the Muslim Brotherhood.
Strong assessment there from Paul Ryan on the road. Texas Republican Mac Thornberry joins me now. He's the vice chairman of the House Armed Services Committee and a senior member of the Intelligence Committee, where no doubt you folks have been very busy of late. Good to have you with us, sir. Welcome.
Thank you.
What do you make of this latest information that we're reporting today and have confirmed today? And that is that this was labeled by the administration a terrorist attack within 24 hours of what carried out and the loss of 4 American lives in Benghazi, and also, second, that the FBI is still not on the crime scene there.
Yeah, it's very disturbing for a number of reasons. One is that it means that Congress and the American people were misled, and that's serious enough. But even worse, it means that we weren't facing the facts straight up so we could learn the lessons from this incident and try to prevent it from happening again. I guarantee terrorists around the world are seeing this Benghazi incident as a success. They are studying it, and if we can't face up for what it is, we're not going to be able to protect our diplomats around the world. And really another reason is that if we can't be clear-eyed about the national security challenges we face and articulate them clearly, we're not going to have policies that deal with them. And I'm remembering the kind of fuzzy-headed thinking before 9/11. We had the coal and the bombing in Sudan and how it was kind of law enforcement issues. If we and that helped lead to 9/11. We've got to face these facts straight up and not put political spin on it.
Well, let me ask you this, because I know you've been in 2 intel briefings about this matter. How do you feel about how it's been explained to you and how thorough they've been in sharing all these details with you?
Oh, I'm perplexed, because the information we got was very consistent with what they were telling the public, and that is it was a spontaneous mob that just got out of control. Why the president would be so reluctant to call this a terrorist incident, why they would say this is definitely what it is when they had information to the contrary or didn't have enough information, is just beyond me. I worry
so you were
political
given
spin.
The same information that the American public was given on those Sunday talk shows when Susan Rice made that appearance.
Yeah.
You were told exactly the same thing on the Intel Committee. You know, I'd be perfectly prepared for you to say to me, I can't tell you what we heard in there.
Well,
but you don't need to say that, because everybody else already heard it on Sunday talk show.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to say specifically what we were told in any classified briefing. What I do say, though, it was what we were told is very consistent with what they were saying to the public, and that is it was a spontaneous mob that got out of control. And if there was information a day after that was to the contrary, I think Congress was misled. But again, it's even more serious than that. It means that we have a real problem in not being able to face up to the national security challenges our country faces, even if there's a campaign going on.
All right, but the big question is, if I may, Congressman, why?
Yeah.
Why?
That's my point. I don't know why, other than there is a theory that the biggest success of the Obama administration has been taking out Osama bin Laden, and perhaps they want people to believe we don't have to worry about terrorism anymore. This flies in the face of that narrative. The truth of the matter is that al-Qaeda is diminished in Afghanistan and Pakistan, but al-Qaeda is much more dangerous in the western Sahara area, which may have, as Hillary Clinton said yesterday, may have played a role in the Benghazi attack. So the world is still dangerous, and no amount of political spin is going to make that go away.
Yeah. And I think most Americans want a realistic approach, and they want to be told what they can be told about this, even if sometimes the answer to that is we don't know yet. Which is not what we got from the administration in this particular instance. Thank you so much, Congressman Thornberry. Good to talk to you today.